I absolutely love American elections. I remember I first went to America in an academic capacity in the fall of 2012 when I started college. And we had this one class called The Road to the White House, which essentially explored how the American political system works, how the different states within America vote, how the electoral college works, and how each of the individual swing states have an outsized impact on US elections. So I've been following it very closely ever since. It's been about 12 years. This will be the fourth presidential election that I've been following and watching from an analytical standpoint, one would say. And this one is particularly unique because you have an incumbent who is eligible to run for a second term. So in America, you have 2-term limits. And so if you can be an incumbent but not eligible to run. So you have an incumbent who is eligible to run for a second term and initially did seek the nomination, but chose to drop out. Consequence of a bad debate performance, consequence of questions around his health. But that in itself was somewhat unprecedented because it hasn't happened since Lyndon Johnson, as a incumbent president, chose not to run again. The outcomes in that moment, which was in the 60s, was pretty disastrous for the Democrats, where once Lyndon Johnson chose not to run again, the party really struggled to put forth a competent candidate in the election, and consequently Nixon came and won the election in a pretty comprehensive manner. This was in 1968. In this scenario, we find a pretty unique situation twist, wherein the incumbent president, at the point at which he made the decision to not fight another election, it actually gave the Democrats a huge fillip. It gave them a huge impetus to go out and fight the 2024 November elections. There was almost a sense of malaise, there was almost a sense of indignation, defeat, stemming from the poor candidacy that the incumbent president was putting forth against Trump. And so with Kamala Harris coming into the fray and the party pretty quickly coalescing around her, it's made the 2024 outcome far more of a contest than it previously was. The assassination attempt on Donald Trump, which should absolutely never happen in any sophisticated major democracy and society, was condemnable, but it also swung a lot of the opinion towards the Republicans.